So, we're really lucky here to have two American alligators. And their names are Bo and Ty. Very good. Both rescued from a zoo in Western Australia, closing down, they're going to get shot. So we brought them here. Why? Heaps of TV shows show Americans interacting with American alligators and that, so it's education. In Australia, you can't do that with salties. They're a different animal. It's like comparing a great white shark is a fish. It's like comparing Nemo and a great white shark. These are like Nemo, okay? They're still dangerous though. So in the southern states, they still, Texas, Florida, Louisiana, they still kill a few people each year. Why? Really easy to explain. Millions of gators and millions of humans. Guaranteed problems, absolutely guaranteed. In Australia though, this might surprise you. Less than one death a year from saltwater crocodile attacks. Less than one. Not many. So don't listen to Bob Catter when he talks crocodile, because it's rubbish, it's made up, okay? It's less than one death a year. So why not many? Not many crocodiles and not many people. So we don't interact as much. But there is more to it than that. And the most important thing is?
Education.
Education and your behaviour. Your behaviour determines if you're taken by a croc, no one else. It is up to you. Do you remember the old term, it's an old-fashioned term now, some of you might have forgotten it. The old term, personal responsibility? Does that exist anymore in the modern world? No, COVID's brought it back a little bit, I reckon, which is a very good thing. But yeah, personal responsibility. Give you an example. Hot summer night, northern Queensland, you go down to the river for a swim on your own. Get taken by a croc. Whose fault's that? No, it's the government's. No, it is your fault, isn't it? So look, so the behaviour to be safe around crocodiles is called being croc-wise. Who's heard of that before? It's on the stencils on the boat ramps, the tourist information centres have got brochures, and the Queensland government's got a website with, you know, Be Croc-wise information on there. And for those of you like YouTube, there's actually YouTube videos on being croc-wise there as well. I highly suggest you go and look at it. It's really important stuff. It saves a life. But it's things like stay away from the water's edge, vary your routine, don't swim at night. You know, it's simple kind of stuff. Common sense. You're not allowed to say common sense anymore, but it is common sense at the end of the day. Now, over to these guys. Now, there's a big leather industry around alligators, but they get bones in their belly skin and undervalues it. So the high fashion houses in Europe, they don't care about the gators, okay? It's still good stuff. Now, these guys, notice the head, the shape of the body, and particularly the head. Is it different from the freshies and the salties so far?
Yeah.
How?
Wider.
Yeah, it's wide, it's round, it's flat. I think it looks like a duck bill. Does anyone agree with that?
Yes.
I've got a way of remembering that. American alligators have got duck's bills. Duck's bills, Donald Duck. Donald Duck, Donald Trump. Donald Trump's American, therefore American alligators have got duck's bills. One way to remember, you'll never forget it, and that's what I'm trying to achieve, okay? Even if it sounded terrible. Yeah, so absolutely beautiful. You see the scales and the patterning is different as well, but please go off the head. That's the major thing. You won't see gators in the wild in Australia because we don't have them, okay? Only in captivity. You can't have females in Australia because you don't want any escaping as well. What else to say? Let's see if they... I don't think they're hungry at all. Come on. No, not interested at all. All right. No, they're chilling out. Look, they don't eat much in winter. They're not really that kind of animal, so they're just chilling out, enjoying themselves. Some of you like to point out that there's only a small pen, and how does that work? Well, if you're a cattle farmer, you've got a big property because cattle roam and all that kind of thing. You've got to clear trees, blah, 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 blah. Crocodilians is completely different. They're energy-conserving animals. They don't like to waste energy. Do you notice what they're doing? That's how they can go for a year without eating. So just do that. But then they have explosive energy, you know. So, yeah, so a year without eating, so they don't need a big pen. So, a bit of water, they need water for cooling down, otherwise in summer they die. They need land to warm up on in winter and whenever they want as well. So, you don't need big pens with crocodilians. So there you go. So they're perfectly happy.
So the two of them can fit in that small pen?
Absolutely. Yeah. Bo likes to go in here and Ty likes to go in there, and then some days they're in together. Look, they're hilarious together. I see them holding hands. If you look at our Facebook photos, there's photos of them holding hands. I've fed them by chucking food on his back, and the other one climbs up on top and grabs it off his back. You know, they're actually really funny kind of animals. I really enjoy them, eh? They're good fun. But anyway, gators are cool.
They have the same lifespan as the saltwater.
Oh, I don't know exactly, but you know, be in the ballpark anyway. Look, like different cats around the world have got different lifespans. It'd be the same with these guys. I don't know exactly what the gators are, but yeah.
So what age are these guys?
They're around the 40 to 50 years old or so, yeah, roughly. Yeah. All right, let's now go straight behind us to